Broadcasting from Studio 300 on Cal Poly's campus, you're watching Mustang News.
Hi, I'm Trent Merfeld, and welcome to this week's edition of Poly Playbook, where we tell you the latest in Cal Poly athletics. This week, I'm bringing women's volleyball captain Taylor Nelson onto the desk, but first, here's what's going on this weekend in Cal Poly sports. The Cal Poly men's soccer team is traveling to Sacramento State Saturday after picking up a 1-0 win at UC Riverside last weekend. Chase Minter netted the goal here, but he didn't stop there. He scored twice in the next match at Cal State Fullerton Sunday. However, that wasn't enough. Cal State Fullerton scored in the 90th minute to get the win 3-2. And the Mustangs now will look to build on their streak of 10 unbeaten games in their previous 12 matches, starting on the road tomorrow night at Sacramento State.
I think the preparation from the staff will be there, but more importantly, the boys understand that on the road is the same as any other place that you play. You've got to go find the back of the net and you've got to defend well.
The men's soccer team will play before the football team does tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. Follow MustangNews.net for all of your post-match coverage. Now moving to the other matchup on Sacramento State's campus. Like I just mentioned, the Cal Poly football team will be looking to pick up another conference win tomorrow night, Saturday night, at Sacramento State. The Mustangs are on a 2-game winning streak after Saturday night's win against Weber State, putting their Big Sky Conference record at 2-1. With back-to-back wins by a combined 9 points, the Mustangs are now at 500 overall this season, 1 game behind conference leading Eastern Washington and Montana State. So a win would guarantee the Mustangs at least keep pace with the conference leaders as the season starts to come to a close. The Cal Poly women's soccer team is looking forward to a doubleheader on the road this weekend against UC Irvine and UC Riverside. Cal Poly's first game of the weekend kicks off tomorrow night against UC Irvine. The Mustangs are coming off a win at home against Hawaii this past weekend and are hoping to take both games this weekend in Southern California to put them at a 500 overall record. It is expected to be a tough match as UC Irvine is looking to pick up their first win since September 19th. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. Speaking of women's soccer, we had a chance to catch up with forward Elise Krieghoff this past week to talk about her stellar Cal Poly career so far. Mustang News reporter Julian Delgadio talked with the soccer star to discuss her accomplishments.
Here's Krieghoff creating space, acceleration, a shot, score! Taken and score! Goff's got it again inside the box. Shot, tiptoe, score!
I caught up with the junior forward to talk about how she finds success on the field.
Just rough estimate, how many goals do you have throughout your entire Cal Poly career, if you even...
I think it's like, I'm getting up there. I think I'm around 40 or 40 something, I think. I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited to continue that.
As she should be. Here's a few fun facts. Elise was one of 26 players to be invited to the U.S. women's national team under 23 training camp. Oh, and in her spare time, she was also named Big West Conference Offensive Player of the Year.
It's just all like what my team makes me. I have great girls around me that can feed me the ball in places where I can successfully get the ball in the back of the net.
Doesn't end there for Krieghoff. A few weeks ago, she put up 5 against her hometown team, Fresno State, tying a school record that had been untarnished for over 20 years.
Going into the game, I kind of just had like a fresh mind, and I just wanted to go play, and like I didn't know I was going to score 5 goals that game.
But maybe the secret to success isn't as obvious as hard work.
I'm not like that big in superstition, but one of the things that I've noticed about myself is when I have like we get socks, like when we go get our uniforms and our equipment, we have socks that have like a right and a left on it, and it like says it, an R and an L, and I've always played better with 2 right socks. So.
But whatever it is working. Julian Delgadio, Mustang News.
Well, that's it for what is happening this past week and this weekend in Cal Poly sports. But now I have women's volleyball captain Taylor Nelson on the desk. How are you doing, Taylor?
I'm good.
So I wanted to know, first off, how are you feeling going into the match tonight? How are you doing?
Our team's really excited. We've had a good week of practice and we've worked really hard, but Northridge is a really good team, but we're excited to get to play them.
Okay. Well, I brought you on the desk because you have a very unique amount of accolades. You had, as I understand, a great senior year at Granite Bay High School. You were PrepVolleyball.com's National Player of the Year, USA Today All-American, Gatorade California Player of the Year, MaxPreps.com California Player of the Year, and Sierra Football League Most Valuable Player. So can you talk about the year that you had in high school in 2013 and how you got recognized by Cal Poly and how you ultimately made your decision to become a Mustang?
My high school team this year was really successful. We had a really good year. We actually won the state championships for the first time in our school history, which was really fun. And coming to Cal Poly, I actually committed end of my sophomore year, so pretty early. But I just knew that it was a place for me ever since I was little. Both my parents actually went here. My mom played volleyball. My dad played baseball here, so I've just wanted to come forever. And then once Sam and Chris and Caroline all got hired and I got to meet them, I just really liked the coaching staff and everything was just a perfect fit for me.
Okay. And I understand that you are a freshman captain, and seeing as that's not generally common in college sports, can you talk about your captain selection process and how you became the captain and earned that spot?
The coaches usually pick the captain, so it's usually someone who's just on the court most of the time and has that leadership role. And I think as a setter, that's usually one of the people that have the leadership position just because they have control of the court usually. So.
Okay. And so moving on to the team, according to GoPoly.com, your 14-player roster has 9 players who've never played a collegiate match at the start of the year, making you guys the youngest program in Division I. Yeah. So I'm wondering, talk about the unique experience with so many young talents on your roster.
I think it's a really fun experience to get to come in. We're always the underdogs every team we play because we're so young and inexperienced, but I just think it's great because we all get to learn and grow together because we've all never been through this experience. So every match we're growing and improving and learning how it is to be in the college level, and it's really exciting.
Can you talk about being the leader amongst all of these younger players? You're all going through the same experience together. Can you talk about any challenges, anything you faced learning to adapt to this leadership position that you're new at?
I think it's just a little different because, I mean, they're all new players, so I haven't played with any of them yet. But we all get along really well, and so it's easy to kind of step in and take that leadership role because everyone all gets along very well, and we all work hard together and for each other. So.
Okay, and I know it's a completely new team, but last year the Mustangs were 8-7 at this point, 15 matches, excuse me. This year you're 7-8. So what are you going to try to do to finish strong, finish with a winning record, maybe put last year behind you guys with the new team?
I think just gaining experience. So every match we've played, we've been improving. And I mean, at the beginning, it was kind of a shock for us just to step in the college level because we've all the freshmen have played at top level club teams and high school teams. But I mean, nothing compares to the college level. So, but now that we've all played in some matches, we're all used to it. And I think going into the second round of conference, we've all seen the team, so we know what to expect, and we're ready to come out stronger.
Okay, and this weekend you're taking on the 2 top teams in the Big West, in CSUN and Long Beach. Yep. Can you first talk about CSUN, who's 12-4 overall, 3-1 in the Big West? In October of last year, they snuck by with a 3-2 win. You were not there, obviously, but what's your plan to maybe get some payback against a tough opponent for the program in CSUN? What do you see in them?
Well, we've had a really hard week of practice, and we've worked really hard, and we have good scouting reports on them. I think we're just coming out really we are the underdogs, but we know we could beat them, and we just have to come in with that confidence, and we know that we have the ability to beat them. Okay, and then talk about Long Beach State 2 tomorrow night, who is undefeated in Big West play. What do you see against them, and how do you plan to attack them to win the match on Saturday? We're just going to use our really fast offense against them because they're all very big, but I think if we keep running our fast offense, then we could get by them and just serve tough, and I think we could hang with them.
Thank you to Taylor for joining us on the desk. You can tune in next week to Poly Playbook and find our videos online at mustangnews.net under the Poly Playbook tab. Thank you for watching, Cal Poly.